Hi, everybody. This is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts, and this is the 200th Q&A episode. It's awesome that you guys have been keeping up with me and going throughout the years of how long this channel has been around, and continuing to have me continue to do these types of videos. And I love doing these Q&A episodes. You guys are awesome, giving me some great questions. And so let's actually get down to the 200th Q&A episode, shall we? So Luke Zilla, your first question. Here's something I've been wondering. Would orcas still be the top predator if they lived at the same time as Cretoxyrhina and Tylosaurus? That's a good question. If orcas were in the same time frame as Cretoxyrhina and Tylosaurus, could they still be the top predators? Well, if you had a pod of them, like maybe they might have a chance, but the thing is that at that point in time, there's so many predators. There are so many predators in the ocean at that point in time. You know, not only just Tylosaurus and Mosasaurs in general, you also got like different types of sharks, even Xiphactinus could actually give some troubles to orcas for like maybe the juvenile orcas. I'd probably say no, but I would think that because the Mosasaurs were so dominant at that point in time, that I probably would say is that Mosasaurs would have been the ones that would have been picking off the orcas a lot more, whereas Cretoxyrhina would have been the food source for orcas anyway. I mean, they could still go after the fishes like Xiphactinus and a few others, and even some squids, but also the giant squids. And the squids at that point were also pretty huge too, like Tixicteuthis. I mean, like those were pretty massive animals at that point in time, and so yeah. But good question though. I probably would say no. That orcas would. I would say no to orcas being the top predators at that point in time around the Cretaceous period. Your other one is. Why did Basilosaurus look like a mosasaur? Well, it's called convergent evolution, where it's that you have certain types of animals that might have the same type of body plan, but they're different. You know, like because you can see like when you look at Basilosaurus and mosasaurs, they almost look similar. They almost look very, very similar. But the thing that's different is that, well, of course, there's many differences. Well, mosasaurs are reptiles, Basilosaurus is a mammal, and a whale, so to speak. And of course, their locomotions are different. Mosasaurs have that paddle-like tail that enables them to swim side to side like that, like crocodiles. And monitor lizards, when you see monitor lizards swimming, they have that side-to-side motion on their tail. And similar to sharks and fishes. Whereas Basilosaurus has this more vertical locomotion because the tail fluke is horizontal. So the tail fluke is horizontal, and so that enables them to have their swimming motion like this, up and down. And so, yeah, those would be the differences. And so to answer that, it's convergent evolution. There, Luke. It's called convergent evolution. All right. Alex, do you think that hadrosaurs traveled with ceratopsians in large herds for added protection from predators? And do you think that the hadrosaurs would have made a loud noise to warn the ceratopsians of the tyrannosaurs that were hunting the herd? This is a good question, Alex. Good questions, Alex. So to your first question, do I think hadrosaurs traveled with ceratopsians in large herds for added protection from predators? I would think so, because if you watch like the Great Dinosaur Migration on National Geographic, they actually did have hadrosaurs and ceratopsians traveling together, traveling in vast herds together. Because like how you see like the Great Migrations in the Serengeti, you know, elephants and like antelope and wildebeest would travel almost the same distances, almost together to actually get to their destination. Thing is that elephants would have been the protection for a lot of those like wildebeest and antelope and zebras, whereas like in this case with like hadrosaurs, they relied on the Ceratopsians to be able to have the protection, and so that's a possibility. Now, how often would that be? It would be very, very rare. It would be very rare because a lot of times herbivores would be very territorial towards each other, and so because like if you look at elephants and rhinos do not tolerate any other animals that is not smaller than it. They don't tolerate any animals that are bigger than them, or as the same size as them, or somewhat smaller too, to actually be in their territory. That's why at a few times you see rhinos attacking elephants, and also you see elephants attacking rhinos because they're very territorial. But mainly the males are the ones that are doing that. But I would probably say that that's a very rare occurrence, but it's possible. And do I think a Hadrosaurus would have made a loud noise to warn Ceratopsians from like Tyrannosaurs? That's a possibility. But if like the Ceratopsians are like say like a few miles away from the Hadrosaur herd, and they made those loud noises to warn Ceratopsians, that still could be a possibility. Now, but the thing is that I probably say that Ceratopsians would still hold their own in terms of like say they got a good sense of smell. They also got good hearing, so you can make the cases that they would have been able to smell or even hear the Tyrannosaurs coming too. So, would there be like a interspecies relationship in terms of like protection from one another? Absolutely. There is a possibility with that. But good questions, Alex. Very good questions. All right, the final ones. Benjamin, is Europasaurus the smallest of all sauropods? It is one of them. It is a very tiny titanosaur, found in that part of Romania where you actually see the very minute versions of larger dinosaurs. So these were full-grown adult small dinosaurs. It's just that they were like miniature versions of those types of other larger dinosaurs that were like in larger landscapes. Because when you're in a small island, you have to decrease in size because you need to be able to eat the food that is on that small island. And if you're a large animal and on a small island, you're going to eat up a lot of that food and you're going to starve to death. And so, yeah, to answer your question, yeah, it is one of them. As Moschops, the biggest of all therapsids, I'd say it's one of them. I'm not totally sure, but too many of it don't know. Moschops is a animal that lived in the Permian. It's a very weird animal because it kind of almost looks like a hippopotamus, but it's a reptile. But it's actually got like it's like broad, and also it's kind of got like this like weird, not like weird skull, but it's kind of like a somewhat small skull to the comparison to its body, and it's still a herbivore. And yeah, I mean, it is one of them. I can say it's one of them. Is Pulmonoscorpius the biggest of all prehistoric scorpions? It is one of them, because when you look at that scorpion, it is a meter long. It's a meter long scorpion. So that is a big scorpion. It's one of the largest scorpions to ever existed in Earth's history. But yeah, that's correct. It is definitely one of them. And who would win, Meraxes or Tyranotitan? So two Carcharodontosaurs going at each other, kind of close to each other in time, but I think they're from different continents, if I remember correctly. I think Meraxes is from North America, whereas Tyranotitan is from South America, if I remember correctly. I mean, if Meraxes is from South America, please let me know. These I would they're almost even in size, so I would probably say it's a draw. It's a draw because they look similar. But the thing with Meraxes is that only the skull has been found. There has not been that much of other material that has been found in Meraxes. So we need a little bit more data for Meraxes. So in terms of like how big did it really get in terms of length and also its weight and even its height. Because I would like to know more about Meraxes at some point when there's more fossil evidence of that dinosaur. Hopefully that we can find more. Hopefully that there is more like in a lab somewhere where the fossils are being kept in storage. That's what I'm hoping for, is to find more about Meraxes. And Meraxes will be a dinosaur that I will talk about possibly sometime this year for a special episode. So stay tuned for that. But not next week, though. But anyway, but to answer your question, Benjamin, I'd say Tyranotitan versus Meraxes, I'd say that's a draw. All right, that's it for now. That's all the questions I got. Next week will be a special episode, so I'll let you guys know what kind of prehistoric item I'm going to talk about. And so stay tuned for that. And so and you can still send me questions about dinosaurs and other prehistoric life by emailing me at dinocris71@gmail.com, or just go to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts of Dinocris. Like the page, you actually post your questions in the comment section. Please put them in the comment section. Don't put them on Messenger. Messengers for private conversations. So please put your questions in the comment section on the Facebook page. And also for YouTubers out there, hit that like button, please, because it helps out this video to be spread out to other people that are interested in dinosaurs and other dinosaurs and prehistoric life and paleontology and geology in general. And so please feel free to do so. Hit that like button and also share the video, share the channel to anybody that's interested in dinosaurs and other prehistoric life. And you also hit the subscribe button so that way you can get keep up to date, and also hit that notification bell so that way you can get weekly notifications of every video that comes out. And rare occasion, there might be another video within that type of week to actually give you an update. But yeah, so feel free to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, please give this video a like, and also hit that notification bell. And also for YouTubers out there, feel free to leave your questions in the comment section. You guys are awesome and giving me some great questions. People through my email, Facebook, and YouTube. You guys are giving me some great questions for these Q&A episodes. You guys are awesome. And hey, we made it to 200. And we're going to keep going with these Q&A episodes. And make sure you keep your questions short to the point. You can also follow me on Instagram at dino.chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there. You can also follow me on Twitter at CSGRALL. It's my Twitter page. I post pretty cool stuff on there as well. Also, take care of people around you, and also for younger people out there, and make sure you listen to your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. It's the best motivation you can have for good education. It's very important to have good educations. With a good education, you get a good job in the future. And if you guys didn't actually catch the video the past Saturday, I just gave you the announcement that I will have my own library type of program at the Marathon County Public Library in Wausau, Wisconsin on March 18th. That's the first one, and it's from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Central Time. So if you're in the Wausau, Wisconsin area and you're going to be in that area on March 18th from 1 to 2 o'clock, feel free to stop on by to the Marathon County Public Library to actually check out my area, where I'm actually going to have a table set up with some things from my collection, my fossils, minerals, and replicas to show people and answer the questions about those kinds of things. So feel free to come on over, stop and say hi, and answer your questions about anything that is actually on the table. And so feel free to check that out. And also the link onto that that event is in the description of that video. So please check that out. All right, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next week.